Ever reach for that familiar tub of yogurt in the morning? It's a breakfast champion, a smoothie superstar, and a culinary workhorse. But have you ever wondered how simple milk transforms into this thick, tangy delight? It's a story of science and a little microbial magic. We take yogurt for granted, but its journey from farm to breakfast bowl is a fascinating saga of industrial alchemy. Let's pull back the curtain on how this everyday staple is made, not in your kitchen, but in megafactories with colossal vats and miles of pipes. These dairy cathedrals churn out millions of pots daily, each one perfectly consistent and safe. The process is a dance between temperature, time, and some very special bacteria. Yogurt is a story of controlled fermentation, inviting the good microbes in, keeping the bad ones out. This process doesn't just change milk's texture and flavor, it creates a whole new food. So get ready for a behind-the-scenes tour of how this beloved dairy delight is made on a massive scale. Next time you peel back that foil lid, you'll appreciate the incredible journey your yogurt has taken. So what is yogurt? At its core, it's milk fermented by a specific team of living microorganisms, bacteria. Don't worry, these are the good guys, probiotics, not the germs that make you sick. The main players, Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus. They work together, each creating compounds the other loves, making fermentation efficient and giving yogurt its signature flavor and texture. Their job? Eat lactose, the sugar in milk, and produce lactic acid. Lactic acid lowers the milk's pH, causing proteins to coagulate and form that thick, spoonable texture. Yogurt is essentially a controlled, acidic fermentation of milk. The bacteria eat, acidify, and transform milk into a tangy, preserved treat. This process not only preserves milk but adds that signature tang. Fun fact, the word yogurt comes from the Turkish yogurmak, meaning to thicken or curdle. For centuries, people have understood that the heart of yogurt is this magical act of thickening, all thanks to our microscopic friends. So next time you enjoy a spoonful, remember, it's a living food, crafted by a tiny team of expert bacteria. That's the real secret behind every cup. Every great yogurt starts with great milk. Mega factories source milk from a vast network of dairy farms, collected by tanker trucks just hours after milking. When a tanker arrives, the milk is rigorously tested in an on-site lab for temperature, antibiotics, and composition. Even trace antibiotics mean the whole load is rejected, no exceptions. The lab checks fat, protein, and solids to ensure consistency for different yogurt types. Based on these tests, the milk may be adjusted later for the perfect texture and richness. Only after passing all tests is the milk pumped into enormous refrigerated silos, giant cold holding pens. The milk is kept gently agitated to stay homogeneous, ready for transformation. From farm to silo, the focus is on preserving quality and integrity. This careful sourcing and testing is the foundation for every pot of yogurt. Without top-quality milk, you can't make great yogurt. The journey from cow to cup starts with uncompromising standards. Only the best milk makes it to the next stage. That's how the story begins. Once the milk is called up from storage, it's time for standardization. Using a separator, the milk is spun to separate cream from skim, then recombined for the desired fat content. To create a thicker yogurt, extra protein is added, usually via skim milk powder or ultrafiltration. This boosts protein, building a firmer, creamier texture without artificial thickeners. Next comes pasteurization. The milk is heated to kill unwanted bacteria and prep proteins for fermentation. Pasteurization also helps proteins bind together for a smoother final product. After heating, the milk is rapidly cooled, not to fridge temp, but to the perfect incubation range for our bacteria. This sweet spot, around 108–112 degrees Fahrenheit, is where the magic happens. Rapid cooling prevents unwanted microbes from taking hold. The milk is now a pristine, perfectly prepared medium, ready for the stars of the show. Every step is about precision and safety. Now it's time for the real transformation. With the milk pasteurized and warmed, it's time to add the starter cultures: Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus. In megafactories, these cultures are freeze-dried powders, cultivated for consistency and quality. The process of adding them, called inoculation, is precise. Too little or too much can ruin the batch. Automated systems ensure even distribution throughout the milk. Fun fact: yogurt's origins are ancient and likely accidental. Herdsmen in Central Asia discovered fermented milk lasted longer and tasted great. Once inoculated, the milk is pumped into massive, temperature-controlled fermentation tanks. These tanks are sealed, maintaining a sterile environment for our chosen bacteria. The stage is set, the actors are in place, and the main event is about to begin. From here, the transformation accelerates. Let's see what happens next. Inside the fermentation tanks, the real magic happens. For 4 to 7 hours, bacteria feast on lactose, producing lactic acid. This acid drops the pH, triggering milk proteins to coagulate and form yogurt's signature texture. The process is closely monitored. Temperature and pH are tracked in real time. Fermentation is stopped at the perfect moment for ideal flavor and texture. Too soon, and it's too sweet; too late, and it's overly sour and grainy. Once the target pH is reached, the yogurt is rapidly cooled to halt fermentation. The bacteria go dormant, preserving the tangy flavor and creamy texture. The yogurt is now stable and ready for the next stage. This careful control is what makes every batch consistent. From liquid milk to thick, tangy yogurt, it's all about timing and precision. The transformation is complete. Now it's time to add some flavor. With a tank full of chilled, plain yogurt, the fun begins. For stirred-style yogurt, the base is gently mixed for a smooth consistency before flavoring. Fruit purees, syrups, and flavorings are blended in, each carefully formulated to mix perfectly with the acidic base. Automated systems ensure every cup gets the right amount of deliciousness. Fun fact, the live cultures in yogurt are probiotics, supporting your gut microbiome and overall health. Once flavored, the yogurt is pumped to high-speed filling machines. These machines fill, seal, and label hundreds of cups per minute. The sealed pots are bundled and cased, ready for their cold journey. Every step is about speed, hygiene, and consistency. The yogurt is now ready for the world. Filled and sealed, the yogurt moves to a massive refrigerated warehouse, the cold store. Here, temperatures stay just above freezing, keeping bacteria dormant and the yogurt fresh. This cold chain extends from factory to supermarket, ensuring safety and quality. Orders trigger loading onto refrigerated trucks, which deliver to distribution centers and stores. Any break in the cold chain risks spoilage, so temperature control is paramount. At the store, yogurt is quickly moved to refrigerated shelves, maintaining freshness. The cold chain is the unsung hero, protecting your yogurt every step of the way. From factory to fridge, it's a race against time and temperature. The system is complex, but it ensures you always get safe, delicious yogurt. Next time you grab a cup, remember the invisible network behind it. And there you have it, the journey of yogurt, from fresh milk to the cup in your hand. It starts with quality milk, rigorous testing, and careful preparation. Pasteurization and inoculation set the stage for fermentation, where bacteria work their magic. The process is stopped at the perfect moment, then flavored, packaged, and sent on a cold journey to your store. It's a blend of ancient tradition and modern technology, all for that perfect spoonful. The scale is massive, but the core idea is simple. Good milk plus good bacteria equals great yogurt. So next time you enjoy yogurt, remember the science, care, and teamwork behind every bite. What's your favorite way to enjoy this marvel of fermentation?